the sample questions for BSDS 2024. We are at question 22 now. Now, question 22 is a mixture between functions, determinants, and there is a unique thing in the question as well, that is the fraction part function, right? So curly brackets 1 means the fraction part of 1. Now 1 is an integer, right? So its fractional part is 0. So basically we have to find f inverse 0. How many solutions are there to f inverse 0? Alright, now this question looks a bit tricky if you look at it from different angles, but there is a constant here, right? So this is fraction part of 1. Now I hope you remember what are fractional parts and greatest integer functions. So greatest integer function for something like 1.5 would be the greatest integer less or equals to this number, right? So it will be 1. Greatest integer function for something like minus 1.5, the greatest integer less. So for minus 1.5 it won't go back to minus 1, it will go back to minus 2. Now, similarly, what are the fractional parts? Now the fractional part of, let's say, instead of 0, let me write 1.5. Let us go for the same number. This will be 0.5 because it's a fraction part. Now the fraction part of minus 1.5, that will also be 1 minus this fractional part, which is 0.5 itself. Alright, because you have this as minus 2 plus 0.5, right? So that way I can separate it into a GIF and a fractional part. Now here we are inputting just the integer. So fractional part of 1 is just 0. So this basically boils down to f inverse 0, right? Now we need to calculate f inverse first. Now f inverse is defined because f goes from R to R, so there is no restriction on ranges and domains. Now what is fx? So fx is basically this determinant, right? Determinant of 2x to x minus 1 to 1x0. So let us solve this determinant. Now this determinant will be twice of, we covered this, I have minus 1 into 0, minus 1 into 0, minus 2x, plus I have x into 2 into 1 minus 0 into x. Now here I saw few of you had commented in one of the earlier sums of determinant that the sign will be positive or negative. So please take care. If you have here a negative sign, then you don't follow the cyclicity. Alright. So when I am considering the middle row, right? Sorry, the middle column and the middle row, the t basically. So if I take x, if I take negative here, I'll go x into 0 minus 2 into 1. But if I take positive here, I'll go cyclically. So when I take positive, I go 2 into 1 minus 0 into x. So that is why the signs get balanced. You can either go negative or positive. Alright, so always check the complete answer of the determinant, not just the sign. Okay, I noticed some comments in question, I think it was question 4 where we were discussing determinants, might be question 5 or 6 also, I don't remember the exact number of the question, but I saw a few comments regarding, sir, there will be a negative sign, minus होगा. आप minus से कर सकते हैं, but make sure you change the order of the determinants also. Alright, you can do either, doesn't matter. So 2 into 1 minus 0 into x, and then I have, sorry, I accidentally changed the color. So it will be plus 2 into x square minus 1 into minus 1. Right? So what does this become? This becomes 2 into minus 2x plus x into 2 plus 2 into x square minus 1 into minus 1 plus 1. Right? So this is minus 4x plus 2x plus 2x square plus 2. This becomes 2x square minus 2x plus 2. Right? And I can take 2 common, I'll have x square minus x plus 1. Now this has no solutions in real numbers, right? So how do I know this? You know how to check solutions of quadratic equations, right? Because I have to check f inverse, right? So for calculating f inverse, we usually equate this to 0, right? And we find the value of x, that is our f inverse function. Now this has no solution, because if I set y equal to f inverse x equal to x squared minus x plus 1 equals to 0, then I'll get this solution, right? Because twice 2 would be cancelled with the right hand side, and I'll have this equal to 0, which will just imply, I'll check for the discriminant here. So the discriminant will be b square minus 4ac, right? So it will be minus 1 square minus 4 into 1 into 1, which you can see is root over of minus 3. So the discriminant is negative. I'm sorry, there was no root in discriminant, right? It was b square minus ac. So the discriminant is negative, therefore there will be no solution here. So if there are no solutions, then there are, actually there are solutions, but there are no real solutions. Because the function is from R to R, there will be no real values in f inverse x. Okay, so the number of elements in f inverse of 0 will be just that, 0. Okay, so I hope you understood this. We just had to calculate the inverse function and then check its solution with 0. Alright, because we had calculated the fractional part of 1 to be 0. There is no fractional part in 1, right? Because 1 is an integer. Now check the determinant again. So when we put the value of 2, we go these two, right? Minus 1 into 0, minus 2 into x, right? When we take this value, please understand here because there are some confusion regarding the sign among you all. So when I take plus x, it will be these two. Alright, so 2 into 1 minus x into 0. Okay, so I'll have 2x here. Now then the last one also has no confusion. So when I take these, I have x squared minus of 1 into minus 1. That is x squared plus 1. So I have 2's everywhere. It will be minus 4x, 2x, 2x squared plus 2. So I have 2x squared minus 4x plus minus 2x plus 2. This is 2 common. I have x squared minus x plus 1. There is no factorization for this. So the number of elements in f inverse of fraction part of 1. Fraction part of 1 is 0. So f inverse of 0 will be this equated to 0. Right? I accidentally wrote x here. But you don't need to do that. You can put 0. To calculate this, I should not put the equals to here, I should put a colon sign here. Because f inverse 0 will be twice of x square minus x plus 1 equals to 0. Whatever the value of x you get from here, that will be the value of f inverse 0. Now, there are no such real values because the discriminant becomes negative. Alright, so the number of values there will be 0, which is option A. Okay, I hope this was clear to you. Here I discussed the nature of determinants as well as a few of the greatest integer functions as well as the fractional part functions, as well as I cleared up one of your doubts from earlier questions where you had put a comment saying that the sign will be negative there. I hope I could explain to you why I take the positive sign. You can do it anyway. If you take negative sign here, the one inside the brackets will get reversed. The answer will become the same. Okay, so I'll end this video here and we will meet again in question 23. Okay, bye.